Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here for this very informative and enlightening event that ABP hosts every year. This is the Kolkata chapter, and as you heard Firad having say, my senior colleague and a very good friend for many years beyond political boundaries or whatever we call that. A new chapter. Calcutta has every possibility, every scope, every kind of endeavor that is needed to open a new chapter in Kolkata itself. So thank you, Infocom, for this Calcutta chapter. May this chapter be a glorious one in the year to come. As the Minister for IT and Electronics and Tourism, it's my pleasure to give you a valedictory speech, though the term valedictory has a huge horizon, and it's very hard to give a speech or an informative speech to people who are already so enlightened. So I would not take that audacious path. I would like to mention there are several dignitaries. All of you are dignitaries present here. So as I said, a warm evening to all of you, and my special mention to Mr. Sunil Gupta, co-founder of Yuha Infrastructure, Hiranandani Group, Mr. Harsh Neotia, of course, our very own Chairman of the Neotia Group, Mr. Ravindra Chamaria, Chairman, Infinity Group. Now, to give you an outline of, what we are talking about here, what I read in the letter that you sent me, what exactly is the goal of this particular conference. May I say that Calcutta is a city now which has a lot to offer. Now, why do I say that? Normally mobiles are supposed to be in silent mode, but I'm here to speak, so everything is on. I have a bad sense of humor, but unfortunately I've been given 20 minutes, so you'll have to bear with it. I have been criticized on social media for speaking in English in functions in Kolkata, but I think when we're trying to make Bengal global, Bengalis understand English very well, and it's rather people who come from different states and all over the dignitaries who come even from foreign countries, they need to understand what we are really trying to express, and therefore I think English is the medium that if you can talk English, you can walk English, then probably you should walk that way so that people really understand what you have in mind. I have two ministries in which we have very experienced bureaucrats who have given me some fantastic written speeches to read out to you. But I will not do that, because I think that as a minister you should hold what you are aspiring to do, what your Honorable Chief Minister bestows on you as a responsibility. You should hold it close to your heart. So I would not read the matter from a black and white paper. Rather, I would put it in black and white in a practical manner, in a short speech. I try to do that. I think that if you go to different parts of the country, the more famous cities in terms of business opportunities, how much investment is being made there or has been made there, you will find that most of the cities are not only saturated, but probably super saturated. So if we talk about decentralization in different organizations where you empower people lower down in the order to take decisions and get the job done, then definitely we should also think about decentralization if we accept that these 2-3 cities, Bangalore or Hyderabad or Mumbai or Delhi, Gurgaon, Pune, these cities are very close to being saturated. A few of them are actually super saturated. So this is a place for the future to be part of our present. And if you see the endeavors of the West Bengal government in the last few years, I think that in terms of IT, in terms of tourism. We are really trying to break borders. I was just in a conference prior to this, the Bangani Antarjatik Banijjo, what was the last word? Banijjo Porishad. Banijjo Porishad, and there we were talking about the myth that exists that Bengalis are not, they are chakurijivis. They don't have the courage to get into business. There is a myth that Bengalis like to do 9 to 5 jobs, and they don't, traverse the path which is supposed to be, which they assume to be rocky. I can very confidently say that I have been away from Kolkata for 30 years, but I think the data and history and what we have seen, what I have seen around the world as a singer, when I have visited those places, Bengalis are super when it comes to investing and creating businesses of their own, and then make those businesses international in some cases, national in some cases, district-wide in some cases, and of course Kolkata based in some cases. The data and history of Kolkata, it actually do not support the fact or the myth that Bengalis are not good investors or they don't want to get into it. I'll give you a small example. A lot of people say that in Bengal there isn't land where you can invest and where you can come and open. There is some problem with land acquisition and all of that. Let me tell you that, the Salt Lake, Silicon Valley that we have, the actual cost of that land is 25 crore per acre. That is being offered, and it's all, the entire thing is sold. I think probably 1 or 1.5 acre might be still available. It is being given to big business houses at the cost of 5 crore per acre. That's 1/5 of what the circle rate or what the commercial rate is there. We have 22 IT hubs all over the state. And like if I mention a few, Noyati, Falta, Durgapur, if people talk about proximity to Kolkata, then these are the ones which are closer to Kolkata. And let me tell you that, say if I take the example of Noyati, the actual land rate as of today is more than 1 crore. But it was decided about 3 years back that the land is going to be given to aspiring industrialists and entrepreneurs at the cost of 43 crores 43 lakhs per acre. It's just a week back that a new decision, a policy has been taken, thanks to our Chief Minister, that for the next 3 years we are not going to increase the price of Noyati IT hub, but we'll keep it to 43 lakhs per acre, and so that we can encourage people to come there and I would say, start up their dreams or their aspirations. So there is everything that can be done. People talk about single windows. Just tell me, does a single window exist at home? No. You have to say the same thing in different windows in different rooms, and then probably as a husband or a wife you are heard. I think most people in this room are probably married, they will agree with me. So the single window is a utopian dream. It does not exist in any part of the world. I think that it is about how big you can make the door, how big is your heart, and how well you can nurture the people who would want to come to Bengal. This created myth of Bengal is not, probably the place where investors can come and feel safe about their money, is mostly politics driven. I can tell you that. It is definitely, up to a certain extent, politics driven. I understand that maybe a year back I was a Mohun Bagan supporter. Today I am a East Bengal supporter. But ultimately we are all playing football. And you want to score goals, reach your goals when you're trying to do business. So no matter which team I play for, you want to see a good football match, which you're seeing every night, I'm sure. In IT, we have done several things. Some things I will have to share from my note. Like I would say Suvidha. It's a portal where transporters can easily book their cargo for being shipped to Bangladesh and different other areas. Why I say Bangladesh? Because the amount of trade that we do with Bangladesh, whether it is Ilish March or anything else, is actually huge.